Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how we often overlook the simplest habits that can make the biggest difference in our health? The truth is, small changes like paying attention to the underarms, nose, or even your belly button can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. We tend to focus on the big stuff, the flashy trends, but it's these everyday habits that hold the true power. Make no mistake, the simple act of caring for these areas can unlock a new sense of energy, comfort, and confidence that you've been missing out on. So let's dive in and take a closer look at these often ignored parts of your body. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll be wondering why you hadn't thought of this sooner. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now let's begin. Dr. Emma Harris, a geriatric specialist with over 3 decades of experience working with older adults, underscores an essential yet often overlooked part of our oral hygiene routine, cleaning your tongue. She insists that it's just as crucial as brushing your teeth, and the impact of this simple habit goes far beyond the confines of your mouth. Your tongue isn't just a passive part of your body, it's a bustling ecosystem, home to over 700 different types of bacteria at any given time. Some of these microorganisms are beneficial, playing a vital role in digestion and maintaining a healthy oral microbiome. However, many others are more than capable of wreaking havoc if left unchecked, contributing to persistent bad breath, tooth decay, and even more serious health complications. Throughout the day, your tongue acts almost like a sponge, passively collecting bacteria, tiny food particles, dead skin cells, and other debris that naturally accumulate in the mouth. This buildup forms a thin layer, often invisible but present on the surface of your tongue. If this layer isn't regularly cleaned, it can quickly become a breeding ground for harmful bacteria. The consequences of this neglect extend far beyond just having unpleasant breath. Dr. Harris explains that the harmful bacteria that accumulate on your tongue can enter your bloodstream through small cuts or inflamed gums, which are common in older adults. From there, these bacteria can travel to other parts of the body, potentially contributing to serious systemic health issues. Research has even linked poor oral hygiene, including neglecting to clean your tongue, to a host of conditions like heart disease, respiratory infections, and diabetes complications. I can't help but think of how similar this is to the air filter in your home's heating system. If the filter gets clogged with dirt and grime, the air circulating throughout the house becomes stale and polluted, affecting everything it touches. In the same way, if your tongue is dirty and coated with bacteria, it can compromise the overall health of your entire system. Fortunately, the solution is simple, and it requires little time and effort. Dr. Harris recommends a simple daily habit that can work wonders for your oral and overall health. Each morning, before you even eat breakfast, grab a tongue scraper, a small, inexpensive tool that can be found at most drugstores, or simply use the bristles of your toothbrush if you don't have a scraper. Stand in front of the bathroom mirror, stick your tongue out as far as it comfortably goes, and gently scrape from the back of the tongue toward the tip. Aim for 3 or 4 smooth strokes, ensuring that you remove the buildup without pressing too hard. Picture this as wiping down a dusty countertop, thorough but gentle, with the intention of cleaning, not irritating. Afterward, rinse your mouth with water to wash away any remaining debris. You may even want to repeat this process before bed, but remember to be more gentle, as your tongue will be more sensitive after a full day of use. This simple routine takes just 3 minutes or so each day, but the benefits are astounding. Not only will your breath be fresher, but the accumulation of bacteria and debris on your tongue also coats your taste buds, dulling your ability to fully appreciate the flavors of your food. Studies have shown that older adults who adopt the habit of regular tongue cleaning often experience a noticeable improvement in their sense of taste, sometimes within just weeks. For many, this small habit transforms eating from a mundane task into a pleasurable experience once again. Take Linda, for example, a 67-year-old friend of mine who began scraping her tongue 3 months ago after years of neglecting it. I can't even describe the joy in her voice when she told me about her newfound appreciation for the subtle flavors in her morning coffee and fresh fruit things she hadn't realized she had been missing. Even more impressive was the feedback from her dentist, who noticed a significant improvement in her oral health during her last checkup. There were fewer signs of plaque and gum irritation, but the benefits go beyond just taste and fresher breath. Linda confided in me that she feels more energized throughout the day, likely because reducing the bacterial buildup on her tongue lessens the strain on her immune system, allowing it to function more efficiently. Then there's Theodore, a 71-year-old retiree who had struggled with chronic bad breath for years, despite his diligent brushing and flossing. He was skeptical when I first suggested trying tongue cleaning, but after just 2 weeks of consistency, his breath problem vanished. He told me that his newfound confidence was life-changing. He no longer worried about how his breath might affect his social interactions. It's remarkable how something so simple can bring about such profound changes, isn't it? If you're new to this practice, ease into it. If you have a sensitive gag reflex, start by scraping just the middle of your tongue and gradually work your way back as you become more comfortable. And remember, if you ever notice persistent soreness, unusual white patches, or discoloration, don't hesitate to consult your doctor. These could be warning signs of an underlying issue that needs attention. What's truly astonishing about this simple habit is the ripple effect it can have. By maintaining a clean tongue, you're not just improving your breath or sense of taste, you're improving your overall well-being. It's a small, intentional habit that requires minimal effort but yields extraordinary results. And yet, while we're so focused on maintaining our teeth and gums, one often overlooked area of personal care is our feet. You might think that a quick rinse in the shower is enough to keep them clean, but neglecting proper foot care can lead to surprising and serious consequences. Did you know that poor foot hygiene can increase your risk of infections, impair mobility, and even contribute to chronic conditions like peripheral neuropathy or complications from diabetes? Our feet, which tirelessly support us with every step we take, often get the least amount of attention. They're the unsung heroes of our bodies, yet we often forget to care for them properly. If you're finding these insights valuable so far, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you do so. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss any future content. Your support means the world to me, and it helps keep this channel alive so I can continue sharing valuable information with all of you. As we age, proper foot maintenance becomes more critical than ever. Dr. Emma Harris likens our feet to the foundation of a house. If the foundation is weak or neglected, everything built upon it, your posture, balance, and overall health begins to falter. When you think about it, the complexity of our feet is astonishing. Each foot contains 26 bones, a quarter of all the bones in your body, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. All of these work together to keep us moving and stable. But that same complexity also makes our feet vulnerable to wear and tear, especially when hygiene is compromised. Our feet deserve so much more attention than we typically give them. Taking care of your feet, just like cleaning your tongue, is an investment in your long-term health and well-being. As we grow older, the importance of foot care becomes ever more critical. And one of the primary reasons for this is circulation. Our circulation naturally slows with age, and unfortunately, our feet often bear the brunt of this decline. They can be the first place we notice signs that something is amiss: swelling, cold toes that never seem to warm up, or even subtle changes in skin tone, like redness or an unhealthy paleness. These seemingly insignificant signs can be early warnings of much larger, more serious health issues, such as cardiovascular problems that might otherwise go unnoticed. For those with diabetes, foot care becomes a matter of life and death, far beyond mere comfort. It's not just about feeling good, it's about protecting yourself. Neglecting foot care in these individuals can open the door to infections, painful ulcers, and, in the most severe cases, amputations. It breaks my heart to think that something so preventable can escalate to such tragic outcomes. Fungal or bacterial infections can take hold in the warm, moist crevices between your toes, areas that we often overlook. And what starts as a small, seemingly harmless issue can spiral into a significant, life-altering problem. So how do we give our feet the care they deserve? It starts with something so simple, yet so incredibly vital: washing them properly. And I'm not talking about a quick splash of water while you're in the shower, but a dedicated and mindful cleansing. The importance of this cannot be overstated. Take the time and set yourself up comfortably, whether it's sitting on a shower chair, the edge of the bathtub, or even on a stool with a basin of warm, not hot, water. Get a soft washcloth, a gentle soap, and start washing your feet with care, ensuring you scrub every part of your feet, the tops, the bottoms, and even the sides. Don't rush through it. Pay special attention to the areas in between your toes, those sneaky spots where sweat and dirt love to accumulate and where, if left unchecked, trouble can brew. Think of it like cleaning your window blinds. The dust and grime hide in the little gaps, and you need to put in that extra effort to get everything clean. Take your time with each toe. Clean it individually and make sure that you get rid of any dirt and sweat. But don't stop there. Focus on areas where calluses and dead skin build up, especially around the heels and the balls of your feet. Rinse thoroughly, then dry your feet with a soft, clean towel, paying extra attention to those hard-to-reach spaces between your toes. You don't want any moisture left there. You wouldn't leave water sitting in a sink full of dishes, would you? If you did, mold and bacteria would start growing, right? The same principle applies to your feet. Moisture is a breeding ground for fungal infections, and we don't want that. I remember my neighbor Thomas, a 73-year-old man who learned the importance of foot care the hard way. For years, he gave his feet only a cursory rinse, thinking that was enough. But one day, he noticed a strange discoloration between his toes that wouldn't go away. It seemed small at first, just a little patch of discoloration, but after seeing his doctor, he discovered it was an early-stage fungal infection. This was a wake-up call, and unfortunately, it's a common issue for seniors, especially those who spend their days in shoes that trap moisture. The change in his routine was simple, yet life-changing. After Thomas began to wash his feet properly every evening, the infection cleared up within weeks. But the real revelation came later. He noticed that his balance had improved, and the nagging discomfort he'd felt when walking had disappeared. Cleaner feet meant steadier steps and a renewed sense of independence. It's remarkable how something so simple can make such a profound difference. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. But foot care doesn't stop at washing. It's not just about making sure your feet are clean, it's about drying them thoroughly. And this is where many of us slip up. You wouldn't let your dishes air dry without wiping them off, right? The same logic applies to your feet. After washing, take your time drying every inch of your feet, making sure to get into the cracks and crevices, especially between your toes. Be patient. Drying your feet properly is just as important as washing them. If you leave any moisture behind, you're inviting problems. And the last thing you want is to create a perfect environment for mold, bacteria, or fungi to grow. Once your feet are dry, it's time to nourish them. Apply a small amount of moisturizer to the tops and soles of your feet to keep the skin soft and prevent it from cracking. But be careful. Don't overdo it, especially between your toes. Those small spaces need to remain dry and breathable to prevent any fungal growth. It's a delicate balance. Moisturize where needed, but never compromise the health of the areas between your toes. Think of it like taking care of a delicate plant. You water it, but only the right amount. Too much can suffocate it, while just enough will keep it thriving. Foot care is more than just a daily task. It's an act of self-love. It's a small gesture that can have a profound impact on our overall health. When we take the time to care for our feet, we are investing in our mobility, our independence, and our well-being. These simple steps, cleaning, drying, and moisturizing, are more than just good hygiene. They're acts of preservation, of ensuring that our bodies continue to serve us well as we age. And let's be honest, we owe it to ourselves to give our feet the attention they so richly deserve. Beyond washing and drying, one of the most essential elements of foot care is proactive observation. Our feet often hold clues about our overall health, serving as an early warning system that can alert us to potential problems before they escalate. Think of them as the dashboard lights a car, flashing to warn us of something wrong. Just as you would never ignore the warning light on your car's dashboard, it's just as important not to brush off changes in your feet. Take a moment every day to inspect them carefully. Are there new patches of discoloration, perhaps a reddish hue, or an unusual darkening of the skin? Does your foot feel sore in a particular area with a pain that lingers much longer than it should? Are there cuts or scrapes that seem stubbornly reluctant to heal? These might seem like minor issues at first glance, but they could be early signs of more serious conditions such as poor circulation, infections, or even complications related to diabetes. When you notice anything unusual, don't dismiss it as insignificant. Listen to your body. It's trying to tell you something important. If something doesn't feel right and doesn't go away, don't hesitate to make an appointment with your healthcare professional. Early intervention can make all the difference in preventing a small problem from turning into a major health concern. Integrating foot care into your daily routine doesn't take much time, just 5 minutes a day. Ideally in the morning when your mind is clear and your body has just woken up refreshed from a good night's sleep. 5 minutes, that's all it takes. But those few minutes of self-care can yield tremendous benefits. Think about it. Months of pain and discomfort avoided, better balance and stability as you walk through your day, and feet that not only feel healthier but also look better, free from dryness, calluses, or those unsightly cracks that often come with neglect. It's such a simple change, yet it can have such a profound impact on the way we feel and move through the world. The same principle applies to other areas of our bodies that we might take for granted, like the underarms. When we take the time to care for these areas properly, we can see real, tangible benefits. Imagine the feeling of smoother skin, free from the roughness of clogged pores. Imagine the irritation fading away, the fresh feeling even before you apply deodorant. Why? You remove the sweat and bacteria that fuel unpleasant odors, so there's simply less for those odors to feed on. It's a small shift in habit, but one that can pay off big time in terms of comfort, confidence, and overall health. Take, for instance, Charlotte, a vibrant 70-year-old grandmother from a small town. She discovered the power of a little extra attention to her underarms almost by accident. For years, I'd occasionally notice these small, tender lumps under my armpits, she shared, her voice tinged with surprise. I thought it was just part of getting older and didn't think much of it. But after I started taking a little extra time to clean my underarms properly each day, those lumps disappeared completely. Curious, she mentioned this to her doctor during a routine visit, and he explained that it was likely her lymphatic system was working more efficiently now that she wasn't allowing buildup to clog things up. Charlotte couldn't believe it. Something as simple as a more thorough hygiene routine could have such a profound effect. I never expected something so simple could make such a difference, she said, her voice filled with a newfound sense of awe. But the benefits of paying attention to our bodies don't stop there. Dedicating just a few extra moments to underarm care can lead to smoother, healthier skin, improved blood circulation, and even an unexpected boost in overall vitality. It's a small, almost effortless habit that delivers big rewards, both inside and out. Think about it. Imagine starting your day with a quick, mindful cleanse using warm water, gentle soap, and a soft cloth to sweep away sweat, bacteria, and dead skin cells. Over time, this simple routine can transform a neglected part of your body into a source of comfort, confidence, and even peace of mind. And here's a personal touch. If you've made it this far and find these insights valuable, I would love for you to drop the number 2 in the comments below. It's a simple gesture, but it means the world to me. It's your way of letting me know that we're in this together, that you're here learning and growing with me. I truly appreciate you spending your precious time with me. Your support means more than words can express. Now, let's shift gears a little and talk about something even more fundamental. Breathing. It's an act we perform without thinking about it about 20,000 times a day, to be precise. But how often do we stop and think about the way we breathe? Most of us assume that our noses are self-sufficient, doing their job quietly in the background, but in truth, much like an air filter in your home that traps dust and debris, your nasal passages require regular attention to stay in optimal shape. If we ignore the basics, if we don't take the time to nurture these essential processes, we might be missing out on an easy, life-changing improvement. Breathing isn't just about keeping us alive, it's about how we can make our lives feel fuller, more vibrant, and more in tune with ourselves. So let's not wait until we're out of breath. Let's start taking better care of the basics, starting with our feet, our underarms, and yes, our breath. These small acts of care can make a world of difference. As we age, it becomes even more apparent how essential intentional care is for our bodies. This care can make an incredible difference in how we breathe, how deeply we sleep, and how energized we feel throughout our day. It's easy to take things like breathing for granted, but when we stop to think about it, our nose is an absolute marvel. It's not just a basic body part, it's a sophisticated natural air purifier designed to protect us. Each day, our noses filter an astounding 10,000 quarts of air. Think about that for a second. 10,000 quarts. As it goes about this incredible task, it sifts out dust, pollen, allergens, and even bacteria that float around us, invisible to the naked eye. That's a tremendous amount of microscopic clutter collecting inside those narrow nasal passages. And if you neglect to clean it out, well, the consequences can start to creep up on you. Persistent stuffiness, frequent sneezing, nagging sinus pressure, or restless nights spent tossing and turning these can all become regular companions. It's frustrating, and I know many people just brush it off as part of getting older, but the truth is that with the right care, we can feel so much better. James, a 69-year-old retired construction worker, is no stranger to this struggle. His face, weathered from decades of hard work, holds the stories of his labor. I spent years breathing in sawdust and grime on job sites, so I figured my constant congestion was just a part of aging. He told me with a smile that hinted at the wear and tear of life. Then my allergies got so bad that I couldn't sleep more than a couple of hours without waking up gasping for air. It wasn't until I started cleaning my nose properly every day that I realized how much better I could feel. It was like someone had flipped a switch. I could finally breathe again. It's inspiring, isn't it? A small change in his routine led to a huge improvement in his quality of life. He went from barely getting through the night to finally breathing freely once more. It's a reminder that sometimes the most transformative changes are the simplest ones. Fortunately, keeping your nasal passages clean isn't difficult. It's both simple and incredibly rejuvenating. For many, it's as easy as starting the morning with a quick rinse. Just splash some warm water around your nostrils, washing away any dust or mucus that has accumulated overnight. For others, a saline spray is a game changer. It's like a refreshing shower for your nose, flushing out irritants with ease, leaving you feeling more awake and alive. Bella, a 76-year-old retiree with a passion for gardening, swears by this method. I used to wake up every morning feeling stuffed up, like my head was full of cement, she shared with a light chuckle. Now, with my daily saline rinse, I breathe so much clearer. It's like a fog has lifted, and I'm ready to take on the day. The relief she experiences is palpable, and it's clear that something as simple as a little saline mist has transformed her mornings. For those needing a deeper cleanse, a neti pot offers an even more thorough solution. This small teapot-like device uses a saline solution to flush out the sinuses, helping to dislodge stubborn congestion and leaving you feeling instantly rejuvenated. First-timers often describe it as a breath of fresh air. In the truest sense of the phrase, the experience can be a little strange at first, but the benefits are undeniable. But even something as simple as blowing your nose can make a difference. Many of us instinctively pinch both nostrils and blow hard, but that can backfire, pushing mucus deeper into your sinuses and causing irritation or additional pressure. A smarter approach is to gently blow one nostril at a time, using a soft tissue, and then wash your hands thoroughly afterward to keep germs at bay. It's such a small adjustment, but it can make a world of difference in how you feel. If congestion still lingers, steam can be a huge ally. Imagine stepping into a warm shower, letting the humid air gently loosen up the mucus as you inhale deeply. Or sit with your face over a bowl of steaming water, draping a towel over your head to trap the heat. Add a few drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil to the water, and it's like giving your airways a cooling, soothing breath of life. Many seniors find this ritual comforting, a little moment of relaxation and self-care that keeps their breathing clear and their spirits lifted. Another challenge that comes with aging is nasal dryness. As we get older, especially during the winter months or in arid climates, the delicate skin inside our noses can dry out and crack, causing discomfort. But there's a simple solution. Apply a tiny dab of natural oil, like coconut oil or vitamin E oil, using a clean finger or a cotton swab. This small act can make a huge difference, keeping your nasal passages moisturized, comfortable, and resilient against harsh elements. The payoff for all this care often comes quickly. People who begin practicing regular nasal hygiene report breathing more freely, sleeping soundly through the night, and saying goodbye to nagging tension headaches or seasonal allergy flare-ups. Take Jordan, an 84-year-old retired engineer who loves to play golf in the early mornings. Springtime used to be torture for me, he laughed. Sneezing, congestion, the whole 9 yards. I dreaded it every year. But once I got serious about nasal hygiene, I could stroll the fairways without a tissue in sight. It's been a game changer. Jordan's newfound ability to enjoy the outdoors without being bogged down by allergies is a perfect example of how this simple practice can improve our lives in ways we never expected. Your nose isn't just a filter, it's a window into your overall health. Persistent congestion that won't go away, frequent nosebleeds, thick or oddly colored discharge, or sinus pain lasting more than 10 days could signal something more serious beneath the surface. If anything feels off, don't hesitate to consult your doctor for peace of mind. Taking care of your nose goes beyond simply avoiding the occasional sniffle. It's about safeguarding your lungs, boosting your energy, and unlocking a sense of ease with every breath. Once you weave nasal hygiene into your daily rhythm, you'll wonder how you ever managed without it. The next time you're washing your face, brushing your teeth, or stepping into the warm embrace of your shower, I encourage you to pause for just a moment and give a little extra attention to your nose, and yes, your belly button too. It might seem like a small gesture, but trust me, your entire body will thank you for it in ways you might not expect. Embrace this simple act of care. It's an investment in your health, and you deserve to breathe easy. If you're still here, whether you're watching this video or reading along, and you're finding this information helpful or intriguing, I would love for you to drop the number 3 in the comments below. It's a quick and simple way to let me know you're with me on this journey. Your attention means so much, and I truly appreciate you taking the time to join me here. I know your time is valuable, and I'm grateful for your support. It fuels me to keep creating content that informs, inspires, and adds value to your life. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, let's shift our focus to something that most of us rarely give a second thought to our belly button. For many, it's just a small, almost unnoticed dimple on the abdomen. A subtle reminder of the time when we were physically connected to our mothers before birth. It's there, quietly nestled in the center of our bodies, hardly ever drawing attention or consideration as we rush through our busy lives. But what if I told you that this tiny, often overlooked spot could play a surprisingly significant role in your overall health, much more than you might have ever imagined? It's true, the belly button is one of the most neglected areas when it comes to personal hygiene. It is often one of the dirtiest parts of our bodies. Researchers have found that this small indentation can serve as a thriving ecosystem, home to dozens, sometimes even hundreds, of different strains of bacteria. These microorganisms thrive in warm, moist environments, making your navel the perfect breeding ground for bacterial buildup, unpleasant odors, and in some cases, infections if it's not properly cleaned. I can't stress enough how easy it is to forget about this tiny but significant part of our body, but the truth is, it needs attention. Think about it. Your belly button is like a hidden pocket in your favorite pair of jeans. Over time, it quietly collects all kinds of debris lint from your clothing, sweat from the day's activities, dead skin cells naturally sloughed off, and even traces of soap or body wash that didn't fully rinse away. And without regular care, this accumulation can quickly snowball, leading to uncomfortable skin irritation, a musty smell that you can't quite place, or even a minor infection that sneaks up on you. It's easy to overlook something so small, but neglecting it can lead to discomfort, and the longer it's ignored, the worse it can get. As we age, this becomes even more critical. Our skin changes over time, it thins, it dries out, and it becomes less resilient. Our immune system also weakens, making it harder for our bodies to fight off even the smallest bacterial overgrowth. That's why the importance of caring for every part of our body, even the ones we might not think about, becomes even more vital. Take Helen, a 75-year-old retired nurse who learned this lesson the hard way. I was shocked, she admitted, recalling a routine checkup where her doctor pointed out a mild infection in her navel. I'd never given it a second thought. It's such a tiny spot, but neglecting it caused me real discomfort. I had no idea it needed regular care. Helen's experience is a reminder that even the smallest of things can have a big impact on our well-being. The body is a delicate system. And when we take care of the details, it takes care of us. The good news is that keeping your belly button clean doesn't require an elaborate routine, expensive products, or a lot of time. It's a simple and easy habit that you can incorporate into your existing shower or bath routine. And let me tell you, the payoff is worth it. All you need is some warm water and a soft washcloth. It's as easy as wetting the cloth, then gently working it into your navel. You can use your index finger wrapped in the cloth to reach any folds or creases, making sure to clean every part of the area. Think of it like washing the inside of a delicate teacup, no harsh scrubbing or sharp objects, just a light, careful touch. This will do the trick beautifully. Maria, a 71-year-old grandmother, has made belly button care an effortless part of her daily routine. I spend maybe 30 seconds on it while I'm washing my stomach in the shower, she shared with a warm smile. It's as automatic as washing my face or shampooing my hair now. For Maria, this simple habit has become just another part of her morning routine, one that she knows helps keep her body healthy and happy. For those with deeper or more recessed belly buttons, there's a small tweak that can make the process even more effective. Try tilting your body forward just slightly while cleaning. This allows the water to flow out naturally rather than pooling inside. Why does this matter? Trapped moisture is like leaving water sitting in a vase for days. It creates a perfect breeding ground for bacteria and fungi, which is exactly what we're trying to avoid. A little attention to detail goes a long way in maintaining your health. I hope these tips have opened your eyes to the importance of something as small and seemingly insignificant as your belly button. It's easy to overlook, but by paying attention to it and making it part of your daily routine, you're investing in your well-being. Small actions like this have a profound impact over time. And again, if you found this helpful, don't forget to drop the number 3 in the comments below to let me know you're with me on this journey. Your support means the world to me, and I truly appreciate the time you've spent here. Thank you for being part of this. Once you've completed the cleaning, take a moment to gently pat your belly button with a dry towel afterward to ensure that no moisture is left behind. This simple step prevents any dampness from lingering, which could otherwise create the perfect environment for bacterial growth. If you're someone who likes to be extra thorough, there's an easy upgrade to this routine. Grab a cotton swab, dip it in warm water or a mild, fragrance-free soap, and carefully clean inside your navel. Following up with a dry swab to remove any remaining moisture takes less than a minute, but can significantly elevate your hygiene game. It's a small, thoughtful step that shows just how much you care for your body, and it's worth it for the benefits it provides. The advantages go beyond mere cleanliness. There are some truly surprising perks to giving your belly button this extra attention. Jane, a 78-year-old neighbor of mine, learned this firsthand. For years, I had this faint, musty smell I couldn't pinpoint, she admitted one day. Then I started cleaning my navel properly every day, and not only did the odor vanish, but the skin around my stomach feels smoother and healthier too. This might sound small, but it's a real revelation, especially for someone who's dealt with that nagging, unexplained scent for years. Jane's experience highlights how something as simple as a daily hygiene routine can lead to remarkable improvements in both comfort and confidence. This isn't an isolated experience. Many older adults experience similar benefits. As we age, changes in hormones, medications, and the slowing of skin cell turnover can alter our body odor or make us more prone to subtle skin issues. What might have been a minor irritation or unnoticed discomfort can transform into something more noticeable. A simple tweak in your hygiene routine, like giving your belly button the attention it deserves, can have an outsized impact on how fresh, comfortable, and confident you feel day to day. If you stick with this routine, you're likely to see results within just a few days. That lingering odd smell may finally fade away. The skin near your navel will look clearer and less irritated, and that occasional twinge of discomfort you didn't even realize was there might disappear. It's incredible how such a small adjustment can make such a difference. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. That said, it's important to keep an eye out for warning signs. If you notice persistent redness, unusual discharge, itching, or pain that doesn't seem to go away, don't brush it off as nothing. While it could just be a temporary hygiene issue, it might also point to something that needs medical attention, like a minor infection, a cyst, or even a problem related to an old piercing. For individuals with diabetes or compromised immune systems, infections can escalate more quickly and need to be addressed sooner rather than later. Speaking of piercings, here's a lesser-known fact that many people don't realize: belly button hygiene is just as important if you have a pierced navel. Even if your piercing has long since healed, many people assume that it requires no maintenance. But this isn't always the case. Pierced belly buttons can still trap bacteria, sweat, and tiny bits of dead skin around the jewelry, which can lead to irritation or, yes, that familiar musty odor. If you've got a belly button piercing, it's worth taking a moment each day to clean gently around the jewelry with warm water and a mild soap. Afterward, dry it thoroughly with a clean towel or swab. It's a quick habit that keeps everything in check and ensures that your piercing remains healthy and free from infection. So there you have it. A little extra care for your belly button goes a long way. It's a simple, quick habit that can greatly improve your health and comfort. I hope you'll give it a try and see the difference for yourself. And if you have any experiences or thoughts to share, feel free to drop a 3 in the comments below to let me know you're here and following along. I'm grateful for every one of you who takes the time to join me on this journey of self-care. Thank you for being here with me and for your ongoing support. It means more than you can imagine. As we wrap up today's video, I want to take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered, from the importance of foot care, the often overlooked belly button hygiene, to taking the time for simple, intentional practices that can make a world of difference in your health and well-being. I hope you found these tips as eye-opening as I have, and that you feel empowered to take charge of these small yet impactful areas of self-care. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll bring into your life and start practicing right away? Whether it's a new foot care routine, an extra minute of attention to your belly button, or even just the realization that small changes can lead to big results. Share your thoughts with me in the comments below. I always love hearing from you and learning how you're taking action on what we talk about. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss out on more valuable content like this. Your support means the world to me, and I'm so grateful to have you as part of this journey. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care and stay healthy.